Most pennies are worth just a penny. However, there are some pennies that are worth a lot more than that. And this video is about the rarest and most valuable pennies. So first up on the list is the 1922 no mint mark penny. So all 1922 pennies were made in Denver. However, some of them actually didn't have a D mint mark stamped into them. And this is actually an error that sells for a good amount of money. So the mintage of these is unknown. However, the regular 1922 Denver has a mintage of 7.16 million. And the top seller for this exact coin is $92,000. Next up on the list is the 1914 Denver. This is a key date. The only reason it's very valuable is because there is just a low number of these made. There wasn't that many. The mintage was only 1,193,000, and the one that sold for the most amount of money is $158,625. Moving right along, we have the 1969 San Francisco Doubled Die Obverse. This is a rare double die error which occurred in the San Francisco Mint during the year 1969. There were about 40 or 50 of these to be estimated in the circulation, and one sold on January 22nd, 2023 for $601,875. Now, this one you may have heard of. It is the 1909 VDB San Francisco. This is the top key date. There are only 484,000 of these made, and the top seller was on January 15th, 2023 for $345,375. Now, one of the most common and well-known heirs of the pennies is the 1955 Doubled Die Obverse. This is a super rare double die heir which occurred in only a handful of the 1955 run, and it has extreme doubling and a low mintage, which makes it insanely rare. The number of these made is actually unknown. However, for 1955, there was a total of 33,058,000 of them. The one that sold for the most amount of money was on January 22nd, 2023, the exact same auction as the 1969, and this one sold for $287,156.25. The second to last one on this list is the 1944 steel penny. In 1943, they made pennies out of steel to save copper for World War II, and this coin was stamped on a steel planchet when they were swapping back to the bronze in 1944. It was not supposed to be made of steel at all. There is an unknown amount of these, however, the top seller was $490,500, and it sold on January 5th, 2025. Now, of course, I had to save the craziest for last. It is the 1943 bronze cent. The complete opposite of the one we just talked about. This one was actually stamped on a bronze planchet when they were swapping to steel in 1943. There is an unknown amount of these as well, and the top seller was a private sale. It was sold during a private sale in September of 2010 for $1.7 million. And that's just to show you that even though coins have a low face value, that doesn't mean they can't be worth a ton of money. My name is Spencer from SFM Coins. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.